Hi everybody, so I've just got back from an interesting meeting with Andrew and Pete who run the Atomic Group. They've asked me if I will speak at something called Atomic X, which is a kind of a mini conference thing come Christmas party. Of course I've said yes, they're really nice guys, and anything I can do to help goes without saying. The question now is what I'm going to talk about. We kicked some ideas around and we came up with something about confidence and stepping out of your comfort zone and all of that kind of thing. I'm going to try and keep a wee bit of a video of the thinking process that goes behind this. It'll be awful and it'll be intermittent and I won't get it done properly, but I figured I might just try and keep some kind of diary, put it together and then share it perhaps in the Atomic Group so people can see the kind of thinking that goes on. I won't go into detail, but just some vague ideas so you get the idea of how kind of put an idea together. So at the moment what we've got is a date, a time slot, a venue and a vague idea of content. What happens now is that goes to the back of your head. It's really important you don't thrash this around too quickly and trying to come up with ideas and titles and all that kind of stuff. Subconscious brain is an amazingly powerful tool. What you need to do is absolutely though give it time to work. So I'm deliberately not going to look at things just for the moment, not going to think about things for the moment. What I am going to do though is put something into my computer there just to remind me so that I don't forget about it entirely, so that occasionally it will go, have you remembered to think about so and so? Okay, so there's a little pro tip, get it off the front of your head but don't let it go away completely. That's what computers and knacky people are for. All right, cheers, see you later. Quick pro tip for when you're designing your slides and all of that kind of sort of thing. Make sure you get your content in early. So I've got a picture here and you'll also notice now here I've got some stuff from Richard Tubb. Don't forget the important thing is you need to get permission for all of this before you start designing, because otherwise all you're doing is just working on something you're going to have to remove later on. Obvious as soon as I say it, I know. Okay, so good morning, today's the day. Up early, shower, shave, wash, whoops, let me turn the lights on for you, all that good stuff. Props were all ready yesterday. And one of the key things that people always forget about and this kind of thing is that everything gets charged. Okay, so overnight I've had my phone, remote control, laptop, all those kind of things are on charge. Now I shouldn't need any of those because they're being provided by the AV guy. Am I taking them? Yes, of course I'm taking them, just in case. Taxi booked, timetable sorted. Time to do something completely non-performance related now to get my head in the right space. So I may go to the gym, haven't decided. I may do some exercises at home, maybe a bit of yoga, probably play some video games, to be honest. I'll speak to you when I get to the venue. Just as an aside, by the way, I'm just going to play some computer games like I said I would, and do wee bits of admin here and there. Something people quite often say is that, well, you don't get nervous, do you, Simon? Answer, yeah, I do, very. We have a mantra here, which is that the day you go on to make a presentation and you are not nervous, that is the day after you should have quit, because the nerves prove that it matters to you. There are only two reasons for not being nervous. The first is if you're a sociopath, and the second is you don't care. Well, I care a very great deal, and I'd like to think I'm not sociopathic, so yes, I'm nervous. Will I be using the tools this afternoon that I'm going to be teaching people to combat those nerves? Oh, hell yes. But here's an extra one, do something different before the gig. Okay, so I'm computer gaming and doing wee bits of admin and stuff like that. That's it, see you. One last thing to show you. It's the set. You've seen the set. There's the audience thing. But look, here we go. Here's the secret hidden prop, ready for later on. You'll find out about that in a bit. This is the bit that no one tells you about as a professional speaker or presenter. the come down afterwards when you're absolutely knackered. It went well. I mean, it went really, really well. You know, people on their feet and stuff. But by God, it's knackering. So there's the meal. There's the walk down the river to catch your breath. And there's a pub and start all over again. For speakers who are introverts in particular, this come down period, this calm down afterwards is a really important thing that we quite often forget that we should timetable. We kind of think that the presentation is it, and we timetable according to that, but it's not. The presentation might be the climax of the process, but it is not the end of the process. The end of the process is bedtime, I guess, and starting again the next day. So this breathe time is really important for everybody, but as I say, particularly for introvert speakers. And that, as they say, is a wrap. Have fun, everybody. See ya.